Now, we coached together at Velma Jackson High School in Camden, Mississippi. For those who don't know, Velma Jackson is in the rural area of Madison County, Mississippi, and their biggest rival is Canton High School, which is like the city school. So I mentioned that because in your area, Yazoo, you got Yazoo City High School, where right now you're the head basketball coach and you're an administrator, and you got Yazoo County, so it has some of that same dynamic as Canton High and Belma. But you had a unique situation because you ended up going to both schools. How in the world did that happen?
The only reason, the only reason I went to Yazoo County was because of my dad.
Okay.
Um, I wanted to stay in Yazoo City. I didn't want to leave. He had his own issues at the time with the administrators. So Yazoo County presented him an opportunity for him to come out there and coach.
Mm-hmm.
And when he told me about it, the one thing I respect him for, and that maybe led to my decision to go with him, was that he didn't force me to go.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he was going out there and, he was going to coach and he would love for me to come, but he understood that I, love being in Yazoo City, love playing for Yazoo City. And, I had a good relationship with my teammates because we had came up together. So he didn't force me to come. He just said he was going to leave the decision up to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going to him one day and I asked him, I said, Dad, you've coached all these years, you won championships, you've taken other players to the Coliseum. If I come with you to the county, you know, are you going to get me in the Coliseum? And, his response was, I can't promise you that, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And he said, but we'll work on it. And, I just respected the honesty throughout the whole process. And I toured around with it in my mind and back and forth. And ultimately, it just, I said, I've been around in my whole life, in and out the gym. So I waited for this moment to finally get to play for him. And, I didn't want to pass up that opportunity. So even though I didn't want to go to the county per se, because that was our rival. And
Mm-hmm.
I did. I developed some good friendships with some people once I did go out there. And we were able to make it to the Coliseum, which was something that was very special. That you get a chance as a son to go to the Coliseum playing for your father. With no better feeling.
And for those of y'all in America, when we talk about going to the Coliseum here in Mississippi, that's where they played the title games and stuff like that. So that's a big accomplishment for everybody that play high school basketball in Mississippi. That's where they want to go to Mississippi Coliseum and get their hoop on. Now, how long were you at Yazoo City before you made that move?
I did 2 years in Yazoo City. I did 2 years at Yazoo County. So I did ninth and 10th grade year. Then I did 11 and
Okay.
12.
How was the fan response then when you crossed over?
They hated it. They hated it. Like, I think now in coaching, I've dealt with so much being a coach's son, where people, oh, he's only playing because his dad's the coach, or, they say whatever to try to get under your skin. And then transferring and going to a rival school and then playing against your old school. I mean, literally, man, they booed me.
Oh, for
Guys,
real?
yes, they booed me. I remember one game, I ended up getting a concussion. I mean, the crowd was cheering. It was like they was happy that I had got hurt. Man, it was guys I had friendships with like for years. Like we just did not get along, man, because I'm the ultimate competitor. So like even though we was friends, now that we competing against each other, like I put in my head that I dislike you or I, feel a certain type of way just to try to give me that competitive edge that I'm looking for mentally.
Right. Man, it's crazy. So really, you had the experience of one of our ball players, Brandon Weatherspoon. Then he kind of had that experience going from Velma Jackson to Canton High School and getting booed and stuff like that.